Yo, did I just hear this right? That Kanye West is running for president of the United States. So hold on. So does this mean that when Kanye wins, he's gonna be president and Kim Kardashian is gonna be the first lady of the United States? Bruh.
Big Shug.
It's your boy AP. Yo, now listen, here's the scoop. Now, yesterday, while everybody was distracted, partying, spending time with their family, enjoying, the festivities of the 4th of July, setting off fireworks in the neighborhood like Beirut, like it's Vietnam, a lot of us couldn't sleep. A lot of y'all couldn't sleep last night, but that's a whole other story about them fireworks. But yo, check it, Kanye West just surprisingly just dropped his own fireworks, for real. Like he told everybody he announced yesterday on Twitter and let everybody know that he's gonna be running for president in this upcoming election in November in 2020. Now, how seriously can we take this? That's a whole nother debate right there. But in my opinion, just the whole thought of him running to throw a wrench in the game, to try to take voters away from, the Democratic Party, Joe Biden, is very strategic and something that I'm pretty sure that him and his boy, Donald Trump, has basically calculated to do. Now, whether or not this is serious, who knows? He's flirted around with becoming president maybe and possibly running in the past, but let's just all just chill and just consider the source. It's Kanye West. 1 minute, he's a hip hop producer, he's a fashion icon. The next minute, he's at church with Joel Osteen and praising God and giving it up to Jesus, which y'all already know how I get down. That's how I roll. And I'm not questioning that man's intentions and his mental, even though that's became the question before, his mental health and mental stability. But Kanye West isn't necessarily, the most reliable person to rely on their word. Let's just say that. And he hasn't even filled out, there's specific paperwork that you have to fill out in order to want to run for office, want to run for the presidency. He hasn't even begun that process yet. So let's not get too, happy if some of y'all happy, which good luck to y'all out there. Or let's not get too upset if some of y'all, is disgusted by this, like me, like the realist in the world. But, but you never know how serious this could be. Listen, Kanye West already has support from Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. He tweeted out that he's supporting Kanye, and this other guy, this other major fashion icon designer, says he's supporting Kanye. So it sounds like a joke because Kanye has a new gospel album coming out. Y'all can check for that if y'all want to. I'm not. It sounds like a joke, but you never know with Kanye. So let's just see in the upcoming days, upcoming weeks, what's going to happen. Yo, shout out to everybody out there in Baltimore too, that whole tri-state, Virginia, DC, Maryland, Baltimore area. Now, in case you didn't hear about this, last night, a group of protesters were protesting, and there's been a whole movement lately about pulling down everything that represented the past in America that was negative as far as slavery, whether it be monuments, statues, paintings, whatever. It's been a whole movement about that, taking it down. So last night, I guess in Inner Harbor, Baltimore, downtown, there's a big statue of Christopher Columbus, as you can see right here. But anyway, a group of protesters, they ain't having it. They got tired of it. So what they did was they actually took a rope, wrapped it around Christopher Columbus statue, yanked that joint down. They yanked it down off the podium and literally dragged the statue of Christopher Columbus and threw it in the Inner Harbor. So they pretty much had their own version of a Boston Tea Party, So what they did was they just took the statue down and threw it in the Inner Harbor. And listen, I'm all for, erasing racism and erasing the dark past of this country. Unfortunately, it's like a lot of situations we deal with, in the black community, Once you pass some negativity down from generation to generation, it's just gonna keep a negative, divisive, evil cycle going. And that could be a whole bunch of different reasons, a whole bunch of different ways that cycle can keep going from generation to generation, whether it be spiritually, relationship-wise, love-wise, mentally, mental issues, physical, obesity, whatever you want to call it. It's whatever you want to name. It's just like, it's a vicious cycle that needs to stop. Racism definitely needs to stop. So I'm all for getting rid of any kind of statues of Christopher Columbus or any other, figure that played a major part in slavery and racism. Totally against that. So listen, y'all, it's your boy AP on the spot. Feel free to hit me up on IG or Twitter and let me know what you want me to talk about, or just feel free to just hit me up and check out what I got to offer. Peace.